coming up after all beautiful speakers, and I just want to thank all of you for being here and bringing love and comfort to our family, especially to my mom and my niece Selena and my nephew Shade and my niece Julie. It means so much to me to have you all here. And being Bert's present, I was born on his 5th birthday, I have so many beautiful memories of him that I could just spend hours, like Jeff was saying, I could spend hours talking to you. But what I think Bert would like you to hear from me is one of his stories. He wrote this beautiful book, Brother Bert's Tales, and you come to my brother Phil's afterwards, I'll share it with you. Through my brother Phil, my whole family came to know Jesus, and many of my friends came to know Jesus. So what I would like to share with you today is Bert's own story of how he came to know Jesus. He says, these stories are from my heart and the wonderful things the Lord has done in my life, not to glorify me, but to show you he'll take the worst of sinners. I give my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, all the glory and can't wait to see what he's going to do with me next. And this is called the early days. You know, some of my earliest memories were with Mom and Dad and Brother Phil smuggling from Mexico. It was exciting to be the man. I've always been a gangster at heart. One time it looked like Dad was busted at the border. I caused such a fuss crying that they told Dad to drive on. I was quiet before I got to 2nd gear. He just looked at me and kind of smiled. I must have been 5 years old. 12 years later, I'm running the border on my own, taking care of business with my kindergarten homeboys. I was a gangster hippie fighter for peace, and I also carried one. Had 6 kids who would help me as I did my dad. I remember telling them, wipe your prints. 2 or 3 felonies by now meant I'd overslept. Became a nurse at 22 to look like I had a job. Why nursing? 32 women in the class, all in white. People knew what you were. Cool. One night, my mailman brought me a man who'd been shot. He was the San Diego chapter president of the Hells Angels. I didn't ask any questions. I had sterile equipment. He was a big man, 6'5", red hair, loud and funny. I liked him right off. When I was done, he got off the table and kissed me on the mouth. Never been kissed by a man before. Blew my mind. I became their guest and their friend. I had a Harley, and the first time I rode with them, there were about 20 of us. I was in the back of the pack. What a wonderful sound. I was the only guest at the 1974 Hells Angels USA run in Omaha, where I got my calling to serve the Lord. It's quite a story, the power of the Lord. I'm just getting crazier and crazier when my brother's writing me letters from prison, telling me how happy he was Jesus came into his life. I thought he went nuts. I couldn't read the letters. I thought he went gay. How can he be happy in prison? But I knew he was. I had read a letter he wrote, and I looked up the verse, Philippians 4:6. Be careful for nothing. I had a loud coming in that night. Maybe he knows God. Anyway, I wasn't careful. My load came in. I started thinking about Jesus. I wrote his name on a big mirror with cocaine. He was on my mind. My brother got out in '79. I kept an eye on him. He was happy with a wife, ministering to kids and going to Bible college. Me, I was blowing out $100 boogers doing so much coke. Yes, those flare writing. One night I snapped. I ended up at my brother's house in the high desert at about 3 in the morning. He came out. I told him I needed to be baptized. I think he knew I was ready. I slept 2.5 days and woke up to the sound of my kids on their way to church Sunday morning. I was awake when they got back. My brother's testimony was that evening. We all went. I thought we were going to eat. He told the story of his life, which was also my life. I just wanted him to shut up so I could do what I had to do. I got saved that night and baptized with my son Kai, who got saved that morning. When I came out of the water, I said, look, you saved my kids, and I'll serve you all my life. They all got saved within a year. This gangster has been serving him 25 years. I can't stop praising his name. I've preached all over the world, giving him the glory and thanking him every day. Thank you. Amen.